Welcome back, and today I want to show you how to create this crazy slide or like wipe effect. Okay, so let's begin with the raw clip right here. First of all, just cut your clip where you want the effect to happen. For me, it's right here. Okay, now duplicate your clip with Command D, or on Windows it is Control D. Then go to the Rotobrush tool at the top here and double click on your clip. Okay, now we can start rotobrushing. So just with your mouse, start to rotobrush your subject. If you want to make the brush bigger, just hold Command or Control, and with your mouse you can make it bigger or smaller. And it's just do a good job with the first frame. And to remove unnecessary stuff, like for example this corner, I'm just going to hold the Option, or on Windows it's the Alt key. So this turns from green to red, then we can remove stuff. After you've done a good job with your first frame, you can just go with preview, like one frame forward, like this, or with your keyboard by holding Command or Control, and then just clicking on the arrow keys, like this. And just go through the whole clip and rotobrush your subject. Okay, after you're finished, just go to the last frame and click on Freeze right here. After it's finished, just close this layer right here and then go to the selection tool again. And now we can deactivate the background layer. Now go to feather and put this up. I'm just going with like 20, and then go to shift edge and put that to the left. As you can see, if I would put it to the right, it just increases the edge, but we want of course to make it smaller like this. I'm just going with -100. I like to check this box right here, use motion blur. You can see if I deactivate it and activate it, this adds like some motion blur around the edges. But like always, for some reason, the first frame looks always like this. So I'm just going to go one frame forward and cut the clip, and leave the motion blur for the rest of the clip. And the first frame, I'm just going to deactivate it like this. You can now select both of them layers and right click and go to pre-compose. And here make sure that you have this one selected and this checkbox right here. I'm just going to rename this to Roto, this, and this to background. Okay, now I'm activating the background layer again. And we have the background layer and our subject separated. And to create the slide or wipe effect, select the background layer, put on the effect called offset, put that on, then go to the first frame of the clip, and right here click on the keyframe button, this, and go to the last frame of your clip. So this one, I'm going to select the first value, drag it to the right. As you can see, we are offsetting the background. So let's do like a few rotations. So this would be like rotation 1. I'm just going to do 7 rotations. And on the last rotation, just make sure that you make it fit. So I'm just looking at looking on the right side right here and on the left. As you can see, I'm just going to fit it in like this. If I now play it, you can see it moves, but of course it looks a little bit weird. So we're just going to make it look better. So open up the keyframes with the U key and select both of your keyframes and press F9 to easy ease them, or right click, go to keyframe assistant and then to easy ease right here. And now it should look a little bit smoother. But to make it perfect, again select both of the keyframes, then go right here. Then make sure if you click right here, you have edit speed ref selected, and you can click right here so it fits in. You now click on this corner right here and drag this yellow point to the right, like this, and the right side to the left, like this. So we have this small hill right here. And what this does basically is it will start slow, then speed up, and again end slow. So if I play it now, see it ramps up and then again smoothly fades in again. Okay, and to make it look even better, I'm going to put on directional blur. Put that on and now put up the blur length. You can see just blurs everything. But it's the wrong direction, so put this to 90 degrees. Yes, and go to the first frame and put that to 0. Click the keyframe button. Then let's just go like 10 frames to the right. I'm doing this by holding Command and Shift. On Windows it would be Control and Shift, and then pressing the right arrow key. Like this. And here just put this up. Let's do 100. Then again press the U key to open the keyframes. And I'm going to the last frame again. Put it to 0. Then 10 frames to the left. And 100 again. And we can also easy ease this. So F9. If I play it now, you can see it looks like so much better. It looks like so much better with the blur on it. And we can make it a little bit more trippy if you want. So just going to put on turbulence displays on the background layer. Let's put the size to like 200. Then go to the first frame. Keyframe the amount to 0. Keyframe the evolution. And go to the middle and put the amount to like 50. Then last frame to 0. And the evolution, this left one, put that to 1. If I now play it. We could also like just easy ease this. Let's see what happens if we put the blur front. As you can see, we have like no black lines going on. So I'm just going to put the directional blur right here. Now to create like this black bars right here, we are going to right click somewhere right here, then go to new and click on solid, put the color to black and click on OK. And put the solid above the background layer like this. And if you want to change the color later on, we can just put on some tint. So you can even make this like red or white. I'm just going to leave it at black for now. Okay, next, the effect is called CC Jaws. It's also built in After Effects. Then put the height to 0%. And now, if I go to the completion, you can see we have like this black bars going on. So go to the first frame, keyframe the completion, then go like to the middle of the clip. Put the percent down. Let's do like 85, like this. And again, last frame and 0. I mean 100. Yes. And you can again just select them and easy ease them. Okay, now you can see we have the black bars going on. Yeah. One idea that I have that I like didn't put in my first trial is we could put on some directional blur on the bars. Leave the direction at 0, and in the middle, you can see, just fits in a little bit better. Let's do like something light like 5. Yeah, I just noticed you can see the background layer at the bottom and at the top, as you can see. Let me zoom in. But yeah, at the end we can just like zoom in a little bit so we can't like see this anymore. Go to the middle, put the blur length to 5, keyframe that. Beginning, put that to 0. And at the end, also to 0. Now, because we can see the background at the bottom and at the top, just go to the black solid and scale it up to like 101. Like this. And now we don't have this weird lines at the bottom and at the top. Okay, so the basic effect is basically done. But yeah, we can still like add some extra stuff on it. So what we can do, for example, is we can duplicate the rotor layer and go to the bottom one and we can put on some echo. But just keep in mind, this is like very heavy on your PC or laptop, so might render a long time. So put the number of echoes to 10. And these two numbers, I'm just going to put them to 0.8. It's also 0.8. And now put this to composite and back. You can see it still looks a little bit weird, so I'm just going to put on fast box blur. I'm just going up with the blur radius until it looks better, like this. Now if you want, you can change the blending mode to, for example, let's do add. So it looks like it glows a little bit. And yeah, like I said, it will render a long time, so I'm just going like frame for frame until I'm finished. Alright, let's look at the result. Now what I would do is I would just like render it out one time. So adjust your workspace. Then just go to File, Export, and I'm just going to do this in After Effects. So I'm adding it to the render queue. I'm leaving all the settings, select your output, and then click on Render. So I imported the footage in, just adjust it like this. And now you can basically deactivate all of these layers. And if you have RSMB, just put that on and just put that on. As you can see, it just like adds motion blur to like everything. So it just like fits in a little bit better, and I think you can see the difference. And yeah, that's basically it. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.